Alright, well here we are the next day. I got the I got to put the seal in still for the brake cover housing here. So I'll have to get that all cleaned up. I got both these parts soaking in a degreaser right now. I don't want to breathe in any asbestos or whatever they might have used in those brake pads. So I just gonna let those soak for a bit and then I'll wipe them out. And I got the front wheel bearings I'm going to install. I got 2 new bearings and 2 seals. I'll have to take the wire wheel on the angle grinder and just clean up this axle a little bit. And also this spacer here, it fits inside. It just takes up some of the slop between the axle. So yeah, we'll just go from there and see what happens. So I got that nice and clean now. All the rust is taken off of it. The next part I'm going to do is the spacer. Well, after a few minutes of using the wire wheel, you can see that the axle is all derusted here, and same with the spacer. It's pitted in a couple spots. You could see here just from the rust over the years. I mean, this hasn't been cleaned in, well, I guess since it was new. So they were used for a while, and then they sat for probably 10 years. This one in particular was used again, and then it sat for another 10 years. We got the Suzuki. We've got no lights over here right now. The Suzuki is not in bad shape either. We got that all fixed up. That one was used and it also sat. Both the machines here, they're always left in the shed. At least they were covered and out of the elements. The plastics in this are actually in really good shape compared to a lot of three-wheelers that I see. A lot of them are normally stitched back up with wire or zip ties, or they're all plastic welded. But, just gotta get these 2 parts here cleaned up and get the bearing surface and the axle assembly cleaned up, and I'll be back. Alright, well, now we're going to install the front wheel bearings. Same procedure here. What we're going to do is we're going to apply a thin coat of grease onto where the bearing is going to seat into. That'll help it slide in easier, and it should help it from seizing in if you have to replace them down the road. These should go in there. See, I could just almost push it in by hand. They should punch in there fairly easy, but I'm just gonna put some grease in there and tap it in. Well, I didn't have anything that was the same diameter as the outer race of the bearing, so I just ended up using a piece of round stock, and I just gently went along the edge, just kind of going back and forth, tapping it in, and it, as you can see, it worked. So the next thing we're gonna get in here is the bearing seal. So I'm just going to take a bit of grease again. And that seals in there. So we're just going to put the spacer in, and then we're going to put the other bearing in. Same thing, just going to punch the bearing in and put the rubber seal in on the other side.